Peace and blessings, and welcome back to the Heritage Hip Hop Podcast. This episode is brought to you by Transparent Credit Repair, the superheroes of the financial literacy and credit repair world. If you're looking to fix your credit report and to open your wallet to more money instead of receiving more bills and paying out more debt, you could go to www.heritagehiphop.com and click the link for Transparent Credit Repair on the bottom of our homepage. That's right. Go to www.heritagehiphop.com and click the link to get services from Transparent Credit Repair, and it will give you 20% off of the transaction. That's right. So once again, heritagehiphop.com and click on Transparent Credit Repair to change your financial future. On this episode of the Heritage Hip Hop Podcast, we go back to our family. That's right. We go back to Federal District Records to talk to the CEO and the head entrepreneur of the movement, Nymrod, God's gift, the MC, who not only has found a deal with Protect Your Neck Records and Wu-Tang Management, he found himself not only changing the look of Federal District, but changing the feel by making sure he hits what's necessary in keeping his legacy alive and enduring. We ask you to listen to this interview and take something away from it. This is a very big deal. This is a guy who's not only put in, but he makes sure he keeps working to show that whatever you think he is, he's more than just a common MC. Once again, check out this great interview, and I'll come back with the rest of my commentary when it's done.
Peace and blessings, everybody. Welcome back to the Heritage Hip Hop Podcast. And if you're not a stranger to Heritage Hip Hop, you understand that the person on the line right now is not only one of Brooklyn's finest, but he's also family to the platform. Introduce yourself one more time to the people.
Yo, you know who it is, y'all. It's your boy Nymrod, God's gift in the world's future. The devil's advocate, disrespecting our future, Brooklyn finest. LI representative, NYC ambassador, Max B apprentice, baby. I'm in the building. Holla at your boy.
That's what I'm talking about. And for everybody who has not seen Heritage Hip Hop, Nymrod has been on the platform twice before already. So he's not new to how we do things, so you're in for a special treat. But for those who don't know, catch them up about your background before we get into the real interview.
I started with Max B. He taught me everything I know about music, hip hop, anything you could imagine. Worked my way to PMD from EPMD. Wrote his whole album that he has out now called New Business. Worked with some of the greats in the business. Slick Rick, Fred the Godson, God rest his soul, intern with Bad Boy. I put in a lot of work, man.
And it shows. Yeah,
and I got the label Federal District. Everybody know about that.
Of course, because if you don't know who Federal District is, not only is your ear not plugged to real music, but you're just really corny, and we got to catch you up. You know what I'm saying? So, once again, let's start from the other side of the game. Longevity is the key to which every MC or artist needs to find to unlock success. How have you used longevity to make yourself a great artist, not just a good artist?
Oh man, the people I know, I use longevity to make myself better because learning the business. I took the time out to learn the business, meet good people, and that keeps me going, knowing the business. If you don't know the business, and being loyal and humble, those things, if you don't have in this industry, it's going to suck you in, man.
True. But see, there's a certain aspect of you as an MC that the business can't teach. I want to focus on that because in your first interview, we talked about owning a label and paperwork. For everybody who hasn't seen it, go to Heritage Hip Hop on YouTube, look up Nymrod, and you'll see that first interview. We talked about the paperwork and that. But there's something that Nymrod has that only few MCs in the history of hip hop has, and that's the ear to pick beats. Tell me about how do you pick your beats and how your beats bring your voice out?
How I sit down and pick my beats are, I like the era of the boom bap, plus, the era, a Big, J, all of them. So I look for beats like that. And when I find beats of that nature, I just let it take me places. You know, some people say, hey, I want this design. Now, every once in a while, I ask for a design beat. That's a fact. But I'd rather just see what the producer comes up with, and I look for like that real hip hop, what Biggie would be on, what Jay might jump on. You know, let's take it further back. What Big Daddy Kane might get on. Those are the beats that I look for and I envision. You understand? What Fred the Godson might jump on. What Jewel Ortiz might get on. You understand me? And I envision all of that when picking that beat. So that's why people say I really have a real knack for beats. I love that instrument, and I make beats now. You know, I make beats now, so you know I love that part of the business too, creating. You know what I mean? So I guess that could sum it up for that.
Brooklyn has always been known as the thorough undertone of hip hop. And I say undertone because overtly Brooklyn represents itself, but quietly Brooklyn is always in the conversation of being amongst the greats. How do you always insert yourself into that, knowing that's a heavy burden to carry from that borough?
I always let people know where I'm from, man. I hope I'm answering this in the right way. I always let people know where I'm from, Brooklyn. That's my home, born and raised. And to be an MC from Brooklyn, I don't feel like it's a heavy burden. I feel like I'm just now playing basketball with Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen or LeBron James, the greats. So I wear it proudly. And I go in there like I'm just a big, or again, I'm a Fabulous or a Jay or, you know, an MOP or, you know, rest in peace to my cousin Half a Mil. You know what I mean?
Wow.
I feel like I'm one of those artists. You understand? No matter what, I'm just hanging with my family, and we rapping. So I put that on my back and wear it proudly and make sure I represent when I step on any stage.
I like how you said that because as big as Brooklyn is small at the same time. And what I mean is everybody knows everybody in some type of circle. So that proving ground has to be very romantic and yet deadly at the same time. How did that proving ground make you a better artist than just somebody who raps?
It sharpened my sword. I like how Wu-Tang said that. You know, Wu-Tang said they would be in the studio forever, you know, going at each other, sharpening each other's swords. And when I hear the rappers that matter to me from Brooklyn, I say I got to step it up. You know, I know Joel Ortiz personally. He's from Cooper Projects, and when he rap, he's a beast. And I said, well, damn, we and him from the same hood. I got to be just as much as an animal as he is. You understand? I'm not just going to get up on that stage because I performed with Joel Ortiz twice in Jersey, and I'm just not going to get up on that stage and do any old thing. No, we going to represent this like we represent it together. So that just makes me go harder. You know what I mean? Well, you know, there's a lot of artists from Brooklyn, but there's only a few that stand out that's real MCs to me. So
I like how you said that because I'm a quiet as kept. I'm going to confess something to you that I really want you to know. All right?
Mm-hmm.
Since meeting you, you inspired me. Let me show you how. You know, heritage hip hop is my baby. So when I had it, and people ask me to work with them and things, first I got to protect my baby first before I branch the family out. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But I had to study you to see how you built your federal label, district, entity, and everything up, to see why you're so careful with it and how you took it the way you had to take it. You're the first artist I've seen start a label and branch it. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So by seeing you do that, and no disrespect to any mentors, anybody I have, I've seen you walk that path, take the hits. I've seen you take the scrutiny, and I've seen you also take the victories when they've come and keep going and persevere. And with that, you have inspired heritage hip hop to go to its next level.
Wow. I like that. I try to inspire people daily.
So,
I try to.
So in understanding that, what is the responsibility of an artist to put something out to inspire the people to make them better, not just live off of their own story?
I feel like any artist putting out music, a lot of people say don't put out music just for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Me, on the other hand, I say, if you're not putting it out for you and to say how you feel, then why are you putting it out? So I'm going to use myself for an example because it's the only way I feel I can answer that question. When I put out music to inspire people, I know a lot of people go through some of the same similar problems. So I try to touch on those problems that I've been through in my life because I know I'm not the only one that's been through this. Like they said, you know, some women, you know, and I'm sorry about some women that happen, some women get raped or whatever like that. And there's a couple of female artists that put that in their story and let it be known that they went through that. You understand? So I just try to touch base on the things that's real to me and the things I've been through. So again, when people say like, don't put out music for yourself, I'm not putting it out for myself, but I'm putting it out about myself. So that's how I feel like I inspire, you know, people or whatever like that.
You inspire people by telling your story and inspiring them through your trials and tribulations.
Exactly.
Well, that led to the classic song, They Don't Love Me No More, which I think is one of the best songs that came out that year. You see what I'm saying?
Thank you.
And I mean, we talked about that record, and I talked about the 3 phases of love that you talked about. Your girl, your man's, and parenthood with your son. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
See, I pay attention. Now, with that, I've seen you grow from the artist that talks about himself to even the artist that puts on for others to build their platform. Why is Federal District always in the forefront of breaking artists and their voices?
I tell people I made Federal District for artists that can't afford to do the things that need to be done for themselves. There's a lot of talented artists out there that are real dope, but they don't have the finance to push themselves or their career. And I have an ear for beat, I have an ear for artists. Now, some artists may not be worth the time, the energy, or anything else of that nature, you know, and you tend to find that out later. You don't find that out right away. But I feel like Federal District is here to break and build up these new artists, man. And that's why I created the company. I created the company for the artists. It's not for me. So again, if I hear something, if I hear an artist that I believe is dope and that can do their thing, I'm gonna put money behind them and I'm gonna push them. Sometimes, unfortunately, loyalty doesn't come with that, but you know, you take a chance with anything you do. You take a chance to get up and brush your teeth and go outside the house. You know what I mean? Anything in life, you take a chance. So, you know.
Okay. So then let's take what you said to another level. I want to talk to you as an executive and not as an artist right now, okay?
Mm-hmm.
I've said this about New York constantly. New York is the Game of Thrones. See, I'm from Jersey, so we have a whole different outlook. But New York is the game. Salute to our the home state. But you are in the midst of a battle every day being from Brooklyn, because Brooklyn has its own batch of MCs that's different than Queens, the Bronx, Yonkers, Manhattan, Harlem, et cetera, et cetera. So New York has this battle going on between it, where New York is its own territory. It's its own place. How do you make it out of New York? And then how do you find talent inside and outside of the state as well?
I travel. I'm not one of these artists that just stay in New York City. That's the problem about a lot of artists. They haven't been outside of their borough. They just here. They haven't even been as far as Atlanta, or some artists haven't even crossed over the bridge and came to Jersey. Like, so, you know, a lot of these artists ain't go nowhere. So that's the difference about me and why I'm able to last, and I last in this business, because I travel. And I might hear an artist that I want to work with. I got an artist overseas right now that I'm thinking about working with. So, you know, I travel, I listen, and if I hear somebody that I think is worth my time and my energy or my money to put behind them, I pick them up and I work with them. I don't take nothing from no artist. I put everything into an artist. I want to make that perfectly clear. From the finance, to helping them fix their look, to pushing them, to getting everything done for them. I let an artist be an artist. because nowadays it's none of that. An artist now has to be a manager. An artist now has to be their own representative. Yeah, I just put my all and my time and my energy into them to try to build them to be great, man. That's a lot of labels don't do that no more, man. They don't take the time out to try to build an artist and help them reach their plateau. And that's all I do here, man, at Federal, man. We try to show love to the artists and get them where they gotta go.
I love that you said that, because I've said in the game right now, artists are living their talent out in full time, real time, and there is no A&R, there is no building, there is nothing, and we're watching them grow, and that's to their advantage and their disadvantage at the same time. How is it a disadvantage as a label owner than somebody who just raps for a living?
I mean, it's a disadvantage because you're trying to teach these artists to do certain things that they don't know how to do. So, you know, it's a lot of time to be taken out to do that, but it's great though too. At the same time, it's a catch-22 to that, because it's like having a newborn child. So you get a chance to teach this newborn child something that he didn't or she didn't know. But at the same time, you think about dealing with a newborn child. It's very fucking frustrating. You know what I mean? So, you know.
Yeah, I feel that.
It's a catch-22.
Well, even in the midst of that, you have proven yourself to work diligently and to bring out the best. For everybody who doesn't know, we just had the Heritage Hip Hop Awards, and NIM and Federal District was previously the year before nominated for Project of the Year. So the catalog speaks for itself, and the music speaks for itself. Tell me, what's coming next from you and your movement? And who are you aligned with, if there's any?
I just aligned myself with PYN Wu-Tang. I was aligned with them already, but now they're my label. And it feels great to have good people behind me. I got Bigger the Dawn, I got Mook, I got Jimmy King, and a couple of others. So it feels good. I got a dope PR, MJ, you know what I mean? So it's really all about me now, you know, and it feels good to be able just to focus on myself. I got an EP coming called Educated Music. It's coming November 5th. My first single featuring Durgavelli drops the 25th of September. So it's called The Worst. Video shot by Mark. Beat made by Nymrod the Kid. So I'm excited about that, man. I'm just excited about doing me. And my second single, Take You There, featuring Mello, which is Teddy Riley's nephew. Beat made by Nymrod. Video shot by Point Blank. Mark Garcia. You know, it's beautiful. I'm happy. Second album is almost finished, called Educated Thug Music. That'll be coming in February, like February 24th. And then after that, I just signed on. I was going to announce it to Facebook today, but I got a chance. I was running around. But I just signed on last night with Vinny Idol to do a whole EP with Vinny Idol. So nice. I'm excited about that. We're doing a whole EP. It's just nothing but Vinny Idol beats. Me and Vinny Idol. He's gonna host it. You know, it's just me and Vinny Idol. So I'm excited about that.
Well, make sure you keep me plugged, because I want to support all that. And, right. And being that you brought up I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, and then this would be my last album. It might not be, but it might be my last album. And this is going to be called The Voice of God, God's Gift. And that album got Rick Ross, Mary J. Blige. We're still working out the deal with Bruno Mars, but I got Nino Brown on it, Jim Jones. So we just signed off with Mary J. So I'm excited about that. So that's going to be a crazy album. Just waiting for the sign off with Rick Ross, and that's going to be an insane album, man.
Yeah, I can't wait. I definitely want to hear that. Not only because I mean, features are good and it got star power, but I really like how you build a track. And since you brought up the music with Durgavelli, The Worst, I Am Too. Let's talk about that real fast.
The worst is just, like a lot of relationships, I've been seeing, I've been hearing it, and stuff like that. And a lot of women don't know what men go through as being artists. You know what I mean? So a lot of women, they're not rappers. So they're not art, they're not models, they're not rappers, they're not singers, they just are women. So they don't understand what we go through. And to have your woman beefing with you on top of it doesn't make it easy. And I wanted to give it from a male point of view on how I feel, and Durga has been through it as well. So she just wanted to give it from a female point of view about how she feels. You understand what I'm saying? So it blended very nicely. She's a phenomenal artist, the best female artist I ever worked with. Her rap skills are amazing, on point with everything. So it was just dope to even experience that. I done did like 5 songs with Durga Valley already. Me and her got that's another album I'm talking about, but we got another album next year coming called King and Queen. So that's going to be insane. Coming out on PYN Wu-Tang. We signed off on that. So it's that song is just an icebreaker of the other songs we got coming.
Okay. I want to piggyback off of what you said, because one thing I've noticed, whenever Nymrod does a song with a woman, he heightens the song and she complements the height.
Right.
What kind of what kind of gift is it to be able to do what Ludacris tried to do on the Battle of the Sexes album that so many other people can't do?
I just love to see a song come together. Me, I'm an artist that I see the song finished and what it should sound like when it's finished, no matter who I work with. So when it comes together, male or female, but when it comes together with a female artist that I work with, I'm excited. You know what I mean? And usually, and the song usually be the #1 hit. I'm not gonna lie to you. I did a song with a female artist, and K Slate picked it up, and he plays it. He still plays it to this day. So it usually works out in my favor. You know what I mean? So it's
I like
good.
that. I like that because that's one of the lost arts of hip hop that people don't understand. See, R&B or rhythm and blues and soul, it was not natural, but it was special. When we had Marvin Gaye and Tammy Terrell, right? We had Meth and Mary. We had Jay-Z and Fox at one time, right? I don't know today traditionally who's doing it, but every time I've heard you do it, it heightened the sense of the song.
Right.
You have a talent. I'm not going to say you have a talent for bringing them up or they have a talent for bringing you out. I'll just say that the harmony that's created into making a song and not a track is on a very A+ high class level. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
How rare is it to find artists who can do that though?
It's rare. That's why I tend to pick artists that I know can fulfill the void, if you understand what I'm saying. So I already know what artists can do. Any artist I've ever worked with, I know that they're talented. Whether they believe it or whether they push themselves to be, that's on them. But I know they're talented or they wouldn't be here. So to see them do what I know that they can do on a track with me, I love it. I love it. So.
Everybody out there listening, this is Heritage Hip Hop Podcast with Nymrod of Federal District and Protect Your Neck Management Records. Am I right? Protect Your Neck?
Protect Your Neck Records, Wu-Tang Management.
Protect Your Neck Records, Wu-Tang Management. Everybody knows I'm a Wu-Tang head, so anything Wu-Tang, they're gonna have my attention. Let's still further that past thing that we just talked about. Collaboration, once again, is what's carrying hip hop, but an artist that can also carry a song himself and actually not only make a hit but make an impact with a song is someone who, like we said earlier, has longevity and has staying power. What keeps Nymrod fresh and not sound dated?
What keeps me fresh and not sound dated? I don't listen to rap music. I don't listen to none of the music on the radio. None of that. If I listen to music, it's going to be B.I.G.'s first album, Drake's first album, Jay-Z's first couple of albums. And Life After Death. I'll never forget that from Big. Cool G Rap. Big Daddy Kane. Now, besides that, I listen to country music. You know, I listen to Nickelback. I listen to Evanescence. You know, I listen to rock and roll. I don't really listen to the hip hop nowadays. So I feel like that's what keeps me up to date and fresh, and not sounding like these other dudes. I can do trap music all day. I've done a trap song. I've done a drill song. I just done a drill song that I haven't released yet, that I'm going to release on Educated Thug Music. Just to let them know I can do all of that. But I don't try to sound like anything now. I try to be myself. And again, it goes back to the beats I pick. And I just try to be myself. I try to put music out there that my age, I've learned I have an age bracket. My age bracket generates from 25 to maybe about 45, 55, because they still listen to rap music. So I just know the music now that I'm putting out now has got to be generated towards those people. So my attitude towards music is a little bit different now.
But see, that's eloquent business sense. You know your market, and now you're leveraging your market to make yourself productive and not just busy. You see what I'm saying? And that's why I think a lot of people miss the mark. A lot of people are making music keeping busy, but they're not leveraging their market.
Right.
What is your market? Like, what exactly is it that you're gunning for? Are you gunning for that age range only, or are you gunning to get some of that other money that people don't touch that's in movies and television deals and things?
I'm gunning for all of it. I actually have one of my songs that I'm working on right now. I can talk about it now because the paperwork is done. It's going into the Mike Tyson movie.
Nice.
So, and I got a couple of different things going for they got a couple of B movies that's coming out on Netflix that I'm going to be. I can't name the movies right now, but I'm working on a couple of tracks, and I'm going to be dropping those in there. And Mello, he's working on New Jack City Part 2, so I got a couple of joints on the soundtrack too.
Well, I hope your music does for those movies what Jay Electronica was able to do for Fight Night, because Exhibit A made the game a classic. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know people that bought the game just for that song because they couldn't find it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I wish you that success. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
No doubt. So before we finish up the interview, because you know we do the rapid fire questions, let's touch on two more things and let's have a little bit of fun. One thing I want to ask you is very important and vital when it comes to being an artist and knowing your worth. Too many people out here talking about chasing the bag, not understanding that they are the bag. When you finally found out your worth or realized your worth as an artist, how did you leverage that to take control of your brand and make yourself more successful?
I gotta say this without saying, I can't answer that question without saying this. And I kind of start talking about this more with artists. Artists don't know their worth because they don't take the time out to understand who they are as a person and as an artist. They just go in the booth and rap, and then I want to drop music on all major platforms. My thing with that is, you can drop music on all major platforms, but if you don't have a fan base, it don't matter. And that's what these artists don't understand. And they don't know what their worth is. So me, I know my worth because I see the people gravitate to my music. And that's how I know I'm worth something. You understand what I'm saying? Like, the people be like, yo, damn, bro, I get inbox, because at one point, you know, when I was working with Federal, I wasn't putting out no music for myself. I was doing features with them, because, you know, I have a fan base, so I'm building up their fan base. So I was just doing features with them. But the inboxes, because I have fans overseas, you know, shout out to PMD, because without him I wouldn't have had that. But I have fans overseas that I get inboxes from, like, yo, when's that next album coming? You haven't dropped nothing in a minute. Do this, do that. Stop focusing on those artists and focus on yourself. Put your music out. I want to hear Nymrod. So that's how I knew what I was worth then. So I'm like, people really fuck with me. People really love my music. So now I need to sit back and just put out that music that I know people will love. and I changed my style up a little bit, and they love it. They love my look because I changed my look up, and they love my style of music. So, you know, you just got to know what you can, what the people want. And if the people want you, that's just like if I had an artist. Check this out. If I had an artist and the people wanted that artist, then my focus would be putting my stuff into that artist.
Right.
But that's not what the people want. They want Nymrod. So I'm going to give them Nymrod. And that means I'm a commodity. You understand me?
Yeah. So then, understanding that, this is the last regular question I'm going to ask you because it's something that I have to ask you as a person who avidly listens to your music, okay?
Okay.
Is Nymrod one of the masters of the ad-lib, and do you write your ad-libs, or do you just vibe off the track in the studio?
I vibe off the track in the studio. I believe I'm the master of ad-libs. My shit be funny as fuck. So I do believe that I am an asshole on the ad-libs. I got a song with Mello called One Night Stand, and it's funny as fuck. So, yeah, I do feel I am like the master of ad-libs, and I usually just go off of what the song is. So
I like that. So for everybody out there listening, this is Nymrod. Protect Your Neck, Wu-Tang Management. Protect Your Neck Records, Wu-Tang Management, Federal District, world travel MC, a businessman, and a brand. So if everybody wants to know who Nymrod is, make sure you follow him on all social media. Drop your social media so they know who you are, sir.
I tell people I'm Googleable. You can Google me, baby. Nymrod. Again, Nymrod. Just Google me, man. I'm God's gift in the world's future.
That's what I'm talking about. But for everybody out there, make sure when you Google him and you find a song that you like, stream it. But if you really enjoy that song, buy it. Because buying power helps you own your music, and it makes sure that the artist continues to make music. If the internet went down today and you didn't buy your music, your phone's dead, and so is your playlist. So invest in the artist and make sure you show them that love by paying that dollar or paying that $7, $8, $12 for a whole project, and show them that not only do you care and you love their music, but they will support you with that same love that you have for them with better music, more sounds, and better quality. You agree?
I agree.
All right. So with that being said, Nymrod is not he's not a slouch. He's done this before. So we're going to go to the rapid fire questions, and I'm going to ask him some different questions. You ready for this?
I'm ready, baby.
All right, here we go. What album or song from another artist's catalog perfectly describes you?
I didn't hear you. Say that again?
What artist, song, or album from another artist, from another catalog, what song or album perfectly describes you?
Whoa. Damn. Whoa. I don't know about that. Shit. Let me think.
Mm-hmm.
All right, you're gonna have to come back to that question. I need that one. You stumped me. Come back. I'm gonna sit on that.
Okay, so let's go to the song "The Worst" that's coming out on the 25th. Everybody, make sure you pay attention to that. With Durgavelli, you had the ability to capture today's music with the Janae Aiko hook resung, but you also could take old school feeling by telling the truth. Why is the truth the most relevant part of hip-hop music?
I feel like that's what describes hip-hop, the truth. You understand me? Like, that's how these artists survive, by telling their truth. So I feel like that's a very big deal with hip-hop. In life, you know, some people might not respect it or appreciate it, but at least they know it was the truth.
I like how you said that. So then, being that so many artists lie or embellish, we siphon for real music, which is real truth. And the music has to have a message. So I'm going to ask you, what message are you waiting for hip-hop to say that has not been said yet?
I I don't touch the political part of hip hop, but I want to what hip hop has a statement. I feel like us as black people, we don't get our just due, and we control. Black people don't realize it, but we control 75% of everything. We control hip hop. We control basketball. We control football. We control damn near baseball. Shit. We control all that shit that entertains this world. So I just feel like hip hop hasn't like stood that ground to take over, so us black folks can get our just due. And that's what I'm waiting for. Our voice is more stronger than anything. If the Jay-Z's or the Beyoncé's or the 50 Cents or the Diddy's or them say, we ain't doing no more music. We not doing this. We not doing that. We gonna sit down. We gonna protest because we not liking how you motherfuckers is treating us. The world would change. The world would stand still if the Will Smiths and stepped up in hip hop and said, "We not doing no music. We not doing nothing." So that's one thing to me. I feel like if we all came together, that's the thing that I feel like hip hop is missing.
Unity and ownership.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll rock with you on that one. So then let me ask you this question. See, I always ask people what's their dream scenario with a track and everything, right? I'm not going to ask you that. I'm going to ask it to you in another way. I want to salute the NBA players for standing up for, and WNBA players for standing up for racial inequality and social justice. So I'm going to take the theme of basketball. If Nymrod was in control of hip-hop right now, would he be the coach or would he be a player on the squad?
I'd be the coach and a player on the squad.
Oh, you'd be a player coach, like Bill Russell.
Yeah, I'd be a coach and a player.
Okay, so build your perfect roster of Brooklyn MCs. Who's the people rocking on Nymrod's squad?
Joel Ortiz. Big, if Big was here.
He's here. Dead or alive, doesn't matter.
Yeah. Jay, of course. Fabulous. M.O.P. Smooth the Hustler. Definitely Pop Smoke. I love the boy music. I ain't leave nobody else. I'll leave anybody else. I ain't leave nobody. Big Daddy Kane. That's my team there.
That's your team right there, and yourself. That's a 10-man team. You got 2 more spots.
That's my team.
You got 2 more spots. Anybody else?
Well, am I missing anybody? I ain't missing nobody. I said, Joel, I ain't missing nobody, man.
Okay.
I mean, and you know, artists that's not named, but my family Goon Regime. You understand what I'm saying?
Okay.
Durga Vela, she from BK, so you know that's it right there.
Okay, I like that. The growth of an artist is not only in finding their voice and picking their beats, it's owning their lane and branching off. Where would Nymrod like to where would Nymrod like to see his lane turn into where he can have another seat at the table and start making influences outside of music?
You mean like on another company, as like a CEO or something like that?
It's up to you. Whatever, anything outside of music. What else would you like to put your hands in and oversee on a boss level?
I don't know. Like I'm doing it now. You know what I mean? I own my own real estate company, stock market company. So you know, I'm into those things, man. That's what I like. You know, real estate, the stock market. You know, so you know, I own both of my companies, man. So you know, I just don't make my money off of rapping. So you know, I branched out with that already. So.
It was very important for me to ask you that because I always say to artists, if Jay-Z and Beyonce's income is only 5% in streaming, why would you make that 85 to 90% of your music capabilities? You have to leverage your talent to be your best in all aspects, not just one.
Right.
So understanding that, we have 3 more questions, including the original question, which I guess we're going to have to finish on. But the next question I ask you is this. Tell me about the world stage as apart from the domestic stage, because you traveled the world as an MC. What is it like to hit the stage overseas as apart to hitting the stage in the United States?
It's a different level over there. I've been to Tokyo. It's a different level over there. Germany. And they treat you like a god. Like, they really do. You understand? And that's where I kind of got that God gift from. You know what I mean? 'Cause I wasn't always saying I was God's gift until I went over there. And, you know, I just be like, I'm Nymrod, you know what I mean? And me going over there and seeing how they treat you, like, so many artists, and I don't want to say, I'm not going to say old school legends, they live there in their music because they treat, especially in like Tokyo, and Japan, they treat them like gods out there. So I just don't feel like the same love is in the States like it is out there. You know, like I've traveled to Atlanta, and you know I've been to LA, and they treat you, they show you with love over there way more than they do than where you from. I'm not gonna say that they treat you with mad love over there. You know what I mean? But it ain't the same love that you would get if you was like out in like, you know, Tokyo, you know, Japan, you know, overseas. It's a different kind of love.
And understanding that hip hop overseas is different. You know who I always wanted to hear Nymrod work with, to be real with you?
No. Well,
I always wanted to hear you with the Snow Goons.
Okay.
That would be large.
Yeah.
Because the overseas hip hop, their beats are still boom bap, which you've already shown that you don't have to be boom bap to be hot because you've done it on other beats. But they have a complementary style to what the essence of hip hop is that is so like grounded that I think it would just blow your mind. Who in overseas have you worked with or that you want to work with that made you just go like yo, this would be like the perfect sound?
There's a Russian dude. I always want to go to Russia first of all. And his name is Ivan. That's what he calls himself. Go check y'all. I'm on Facebook right now recording. Go check my man Ivan out. That's the way it's spelled. You understand me? The way it sounds, the way it's spelled. The boy is dope. And he rap. And he really rap. And you know, he has his accent, but the boy can rap. And when I heard, and I follow him to this day, and I met him through Facebook. But when I heard him go off, yeah. And we've been trying to get a feature, you know what I mean, for a minute now. We're going to get one on, he's actually on my Educated Thug Music. You know what I mean? He's actually on that. So, but yeah, we've been trying to get a feature for a minute. So when you hear him rap, man, you know, and he making great money out there in Russia.
All right.
I fuck with Russians, bro. I do. I fuck with them.
All right.
That's it. They will lay you out in the middle of the street and go have lunch. I fuck
That's true.
with them.
That's true.
I fuck with them.
So everybody out there that's listening, remember this is Nymrod of Protect Your Neck Records, Wu-Tang Management, Federal District Records, Federal District Empire, the Federal District Entity, the Alpha Dogs, Brooklyn. I'm still waiting for him to take me on a tour of Brooklyn because I want to see some beautiful things, if he knows what I mean. You know what I'm saying?
I got you, baby.
And once again, this is family from Heritage Hip Hop. And no matter what happens, at the end of the day, we support those who support us, and we are not about the bullshit. So to my family right here, yo, I appreciate, I respect you, and I salute you. Thank you for coming back on the platform.
Thank you for having me, King. I appreciate you, brother.
And here's the final question. What artist, song, or album perfectly describes your life from their catalog?
You know, listen to me. I have a young lady that was on my Facebook, and she nailed it because that's what I was thinking about. Stacey, her name is Stacey, I believe. She said, "Get rich or die trying," and that's what I was thinking about. So 50 Cent, "Get rich or die trying." I'm 100% believer. I'm a 50 Cent fan, and that's definitely an album from soup to nuts that describes and I related to.
Well, everybody out there, Nymrod is you said get rich or die trying. Well, he's not dead. God's gift is alive and he's still going strong. So make sure you support my brother by buying the music, not just streaming it, and stay tuned to his social media to know what he has going on. Because at the end of the day, You can be born great, but you got to create your greatness to create a legacy and longevity. And so as long as I've known him, he's always made moves, and he's still here. So
Right.
with that being said, go ahead, finish it off, bro.
Everybody, listen. The new album, Educated Music, is for free. I'm giving it away. The reason why is because I don't have to put it on all major platforms. People like, yo, put it out for sale. I want to give it away to people to get them familiar with me. It's a new me. I can't expect, and I have a great fan base, but I still can't expect people to go buy something and I'm telling them this is a new me. So I'm just giving y'all a sample of it. That's why I gave away an EP. I can afford it. I'm giving it away to the fans. The first couple of people in my inbox that recites some of my music, I'm gonna be giving them away $1,000 when the album drops. So anybody that go gets it and download it, because it's for free, you recite some of my songs. That's how I know you listen to it. I'm gonna give you a stack. That's a fact. I already done gave stuff away. I gave sneakers away. I was giving stuff away one time, and every week I was giving $100 away, some sneakers, all that shit. But you know, I want y'all to go get that music because I know y'all gonna love something on that album. So y'all go get it. Y'all recite your favorite song. I'm gonna give you a stack.
And that's what it is. So everybody out there, that's greatness. Greatness is not only your talent, it's also giving back to the people to show them you appreciate them too. This is Karev from Heritage Hip Hop with my brother, Nymrod. And we out here saying peace, and we out.
We out, baby.
Nymrod knows how to be a CEO and an artist at the same time. He has put a lot of artists out under his own label, but now he's going back to his roots, which is himself, and trying to build his own image to rebrand and to bring out new faces. Shout out to everybody we've ever met from Federal District Records. And once again, shout out to Nymrod for coming to the podcast. Remember, his new single, The Worst, featuring Durgavelli, is out right now. So make sure you go stream that, and if you like it, buy it. This episode is brought to you by Transparent Credit Repair, the superheroes of the financial literacy and credit repair world. If you're looking to change your credit score and also your income situation, go to www.heritagehiphop.com and click on the Transparent Credit Repair link to get 20% off of taking the first step of fixing your credit report. That's right. heritagehiphop.com, click on the Transparent Credit Repair link and start the process to changing not only how you spend your money, but where your money goes. Before we get out of here, we like to give a shout out to Fatty's Place. Our man B from Fatty's Place is back after taking care of some things he had to. He's back home, and we're happy to have you around. Thank you, B, for always being there and being supportive. Salute to you. We'd like to give a shout out to Transparent Credit Repair, Michael Bradley, to Lex Diamonds of Diamonds Entertainment LLC. New sports podcast is up right now. Told y'all he's coming with something special. We'd like to give a shout out to DJ Big A of the Big A Show, also part of the Goodfellas Recap. Make sure you go to Goodfellas TV on Facebook and Tommy Guns, TOMMYGUNZ on YouTube to check the Goodfellas Recap, starring Tommy Guns, DJ Big A, Dav the photographer of AEP, Sha Montana, and me, Karev of Heritage Hip Hop. Shout out to our partner Fire Jaws of Wildfire Marketing, who has new music and new things coming, so make sure you stay tuned. For everybody out there listening who supports the movement, please subscribe to www.heritagehiphop.com for exclusive content, free music, and much more. You can also follow us on YouTube at Heritage Hip Hop. All podcasts are available on YouTube, our website, and now on Anchor.fm. So you can hear this podcast on not only Anchor, but Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and wherever you get your podcasts. With that being said, may the Most High bless everybody out there. If you help us build this platform, we guarantee that we will be here to support you. The heritage of hip hop, which is God's culture, which is you. We are more than music. We are Heritage Hip Hop, and we celebrate you, the artist, the individual, the fan, the podcaster, the politician, the nation, and the culture of hip hop. May the Most High bless everybody out there. Stay safe during COVID-19. Stay safe during police brutality and social injustice. Make sure you go out there and let your voice be heard in the political realm. And with that being said, this is Karev saying peace, and we out.